Hello, this is the Alligator, the non-binary gamer, and this is the Alligator Completes, a series in which we complete some games. We were playing a little bit of Life is Strange, but we don't have the number of viewers that I need to really make lots of decisions with, so we are pivoting for right now. We'll come back to Life is Strange at some point. We are pivoting to Factorio. Factorio, which is now actually a game. Not to say that it wasn't a game beforehand. It's just now it's out of alpha. It's out of like the development stage. It's now an actual game. This did. I was doing a test a little while ago, and this did kind of trip me up a little bit because the icons, the little GIF, images things have all changed, and I didn't recognize them. So this is Factorio. This is this never usually had the cutscene, but we have now crashed. We were like flying around in space, and we have crashed on this planet. So this is the Factorio free play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation. I can read. And don't forget to protect yourselves from the natives. Tab. Cool. That's all grand. And now we're in the game. What I will say is that I'm going to go at a... I'm not going to say a slow pace, because that's not what I mean. So I should probably say what I actually mean. This is kind of going to try and be a little bit of a... not necessarily a tutorial, but I will be talking through what I'm doing. So if you're brand new to the game, seeing that this has now properly come out, then you'll be able to understand what's going on. If you're new or like me, you'll return to the game after an absence, because I did a very long let's play of this game. If you saw my tips and tricks video, which you totally should see, and I will try and put it in the top right hand corner, but if I haven't worked out how to do that, then the link will be in the description. That playthrough was 70 odd hours, and that was with no hostiles, because I just kind of wanted to play the game, but I realised that the hostiles are kind of part of the game. But I'd never completed the game up until that point, so I just wanted to do that. So I'm just letting you know what is the situation. So as you saw there, I could go around and just pick up stuff from the wrecked ship. If I press M, I get the map. This is the map we're playing in. I don't see any enemies. They would be in like a bright red. Like, there is a little bit red, but that's copper. Talk about that in a second. But the hostiles in this game are basically attracted to your pollution. So the more pollution you create by, cutting down trees or like putting harmful toxic things into the air, the more they're likely to want to come and attack you, because you're basically ruining their planet, which is perfectly understandable. Up here, so this is the area which you start in, which you can entirely see. I think it's in the map view, you can totally see that. You can get a radar dish, and that can expand that view. Up here, you can see this kind of black thing is coal. Next to that, we have iron ore, we have stone, and we have copper. There is none on this particular map, but there is things like uranium and oil. Uranium is like an ore on the surface. Oil is like a patch, and maybe we can't see that yet. Or maybe we just have to go out quite far to get it. It's kind of lucky that we have all of this kind of next to each other, but sort of not in another way. I'll get to that in a second. We'll probably have to go a little bit further afield, which is a thing. So when you start the game, and once you've looted that kind of thing, you have a burner miner drill, you have a stone furnace, you have a wood for some reason, you have some iron plate, and you have some firearm magazines, which we might as well put down here with our other ones. We've got a little pistol just to be able to shoot things. I believe that's space, but again, I have not played this game in a while. We'll find out when a hostile comes for us. I will be trying to do as little deforestation as I can. But I did that with right click. You can do quite a lot of things with your right click. This is just mining. So there we have 1, 2, you can see that +1 coal. Now I have +1 coal with brackets 4, 5, and if I go into my inventory you can see I've got that, and I can put that, do that on any kind of this surface as long as I'm right next to it. So that's 1 iron ore. And basically, you want to launch a rocket silo, make a rocket silo and launch a rocket to basically kind of get off the planet. And that is a long way away, because this is the technology tree, and that is a lot of scrolling, as you can see. You know, we'll be going into, you know, like that's a portable fusion reactor, so that's nuclear power. You know, you make like a Spidertron, like something out of like Wild Wild West. But like there's trains and there's like flamethrowers and, you know, plastics and, you know, there's an engine for, and that's how like train signals, and there's a car and there's oil and there's science, and it's all crazy. But what you want to do is you want to basically get your iron and your copper going, and you want to switch over to like steam power pretty quickly. So that's what we're going to do. We've got 1 bone mining setup, so we're going to put that. And this is basically a big drill, and that drills into the into the coal. So I'm going to put that right there. It needs fuel, so I'm going to put coal into it to get coal out of it, which is a little bit interesting and backwards. I'm going to get a wooden box, and I'm going to put it right where that little triangle is. That's the way it was facing. If I dig this up and put it down again, you can see that little triangle like points out, and you can press R to rotate. R. And because it's already put something here, like I can pick this up, and maybe it will do another one there. But if we put it directly into a box, then this will put everything into that box. That number should go up. There's 2. Yay, we need to make a couple of these. So I'm just going to get some ore. Dunk, 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 dunk. But you might run into a complication here, because it says 3 iron plate, and we've just made iron ore. To make iron plate, we need a stone furnace. I'm going to put the stone furnace right about here. I've just realised, to make my life a little bit more efficient, I'm just going to move this. And I'll tell you why in a second. It just makes my life a little bit more efficient. I'm going to put that right about there. Do exactly the same thing. Put that coal in there. Put the box where the triangle is. Bosh. Get this. Put that where that little fuel symbol is. That fuel symbol could be anything. Like, it can be wood, it can be coal. There's stuff down the line which is crazy different. And we just wait for that to basically smelt. So that's just heating up that iron ore and making it into iron plates. And for this recipe, as you can see there, it needs 3 iron plate, 3 iron gear wheels, and 1 stone furnace. If you actually went through this tech tree, you can see you can make iron gear wheels, and you can just make them on their own. But if you've got enough of the raw materials. So if I hover back over that icon, it says there, right down there, where it says raw, total raw. It says 5 stone and 9 iron plate. As long as I've got that in my inventory, it will make, just in my inventory, on its lonesome, it will make those iron gear wheels on its own, and then make the burner, the furnace on its own, and it will make the drill itself as well. And I'll show you that. I just want to know coal. Well, this is stone. I'm not totally sure why I said coal. I've got the word coal on my brain. We'll get a little tiny bit more, which will keep us in good stead for the future. Dink, 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 dink. Don't worry, I will be getting to automation very soon. Basically, this is the moment in Minecraft where you go, I wish I could just automate this. Which is either when you find Factorio or you download Tekit. Right, I now have all the bits for that. So down here, we'll make the rest of that, and now it's made that. It did that very quickly. And I can put that there. Bosh. I'm going to make another box. Just a wooden box will do. Put that there. I have been making or getting coal all this time, so I now have 40 coal, which is lovely. If I left click, right click even, right click over a giant pile like this, you can see it's 40, it will divide it directly in half. I can like keep going if I continue to right click, but I don't need to. So that's my iron just coming straight out now. So I've already made 3 iron ore, which I can put directly in here. There we go. Thank you. That's why I moved that. This is so much more efficient than me running all the way down here, picking it up, running all the way back. So I want that. I want another one of those, like a burner inserter. Oh, I need more iron. If you hover over a box, press Control, left click, it will take everything out of that box. So I've got that 7 out of there. Same again, if I hold Control, hover over the iron ore, that will just put that straight in that slot. That has run out of that, so I might as well take half of that, put that in there. Yeah, I want another one of these for my copper, so I don't have to keep going over there and making it. As I said, I do want to switch over to steam, but I don't have the resources to do that right this second. I'll be a little bit more prepared. As you can see there, whoop, I pressed the wrong button. There's 11 in there. Press Control, left click, took that 11 out there, and there's now nothing else in there. It's just a little bit useful. I think there is a way to press. Hey! Yeah, I remember the button. If you press Alt, it will show you what everything is doing. It's just really helpful. So this is currently making plate. That box has currently got that resource in it, which is the iron ore, and this currently has the coal ore. You know exactly what's in each box, and that's really helpful going forward. Because when you're making vast, great things, you're like, what is happening in here? Unless you actually click on it, you have no idea. You press Alt, it's just there for you, just nice and helpful. So I'll make another one of these. There it goes, make all the things, thank you. I'll put this right on the edge. Get a box. I need some wood. Sorry, trees. If there was a way I could replant you. I don't know what it is, but again, I haven't been in this game for a little while, since a couple of updates ago, so there might be a way. I'd like a way, because it would help against, like, the beasties who want to possibly kill me. So we put that in there, and that's just doing it on its own. Right, so now we have coal, we have... Oh, that's not doing anything. Take that out of there. And you go. Right, so we now have coal, iron, and copper being extracted. We've got a lovely place to start smelting things. We might as well make another one of these lovely stone furnaces and put it over here so we can start smelting up some of this lovely copper. I could have done that a lot more efficiently, I realise. I didn't, and I feel bad about it. And now this is a reasonably good time to start switching over to Steam. Not the application for buying games, though, you know. That's where I buy all my games from. Sponsored by Steam. Not sponsored by Steam, though if they wanted to. This is the thing about this game, is even though I've spent all this time building these kind of burner miner drills, I'm gonna take them all out. Because if you're used to playing things like Minecraft or things like that, where you build it and it's kind of done, this game is not like that at all. This game is build it, then build it again, then build it again, build it again, build it again, and build it again, multiple times, as you upgrade through the sciences. So now we have the ways to get, you know, large amounts of resources quite quickly. And we need that for what we're about to do, which is upgrade to Steam. So currently in our inventory, we have 50 iron plate. Is that 50? I'm a little too far away from my screen right now. 50. That's 50 iron plate, and we have 18 copper plate. Should probably get a little bit more of that. Which means we can start going full steam. So for that we need a offshore pump, we need a boiler, and we need a steam engine. So what we're going to do is find a body of water, which, as we remember from our map, with all our oil ore over here, our nearest water is all the way down here. Little bit annoying, transporting all that like energy all the way up here. All of the electric pylons. So I'm going to start making those things in the background. So I need one offshore pump, I need a boiler, a steam engine, and I need some pipe. Just a couple of them. And that will build, as you see there, it's building that, and building that. So I'm going to run in this general direction, because I'm scared of the trees. And we're going to go back to that bit of water. Run, 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 run. There's my little crash ship. And here we are. So all of those lovely things will be built. So I get my offshore pump, put it in one of these lovely green spaces, and that will basically suck the water up and into this pipe. Luckily that doesn't need electricity to run, which is quite nice of it. And we get a little bit of this pipe going forward. Didn't need it as much as I possibly thought I did. We put our boiler, which will heat the water that's coming out of this pipe, and it will put us into this lovely steam engine. Now this needs a couple of things to work. So it needs coal. It needs a source of fuel to run. It also needs a lovely telegraph, electrical pole. Make as many of those as we possibly can. And we run back, because all of those things we put on to do their thing, we need quite a lot of them. Right, so we take everything out of that box, everything out of that box, put some of it in this box. 50. I think the maximum you can have of the thing is 50. Which is why I like to put things in boxes and not like a directly, because you can put like that directly into that. But if this gets to 50 and you're not burning enough, then this will just stop. Just inefficient. I don't like being inefficient. Yoink. Right, so that has made quite a lot of them. Again, we need a little bit more wood. I'm sorry, trees. And what we can start doing is we start running all the way back down here. Run, 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 run. Run! Run, Forest, run! Oh, I didn't... Oh, I've accidentally made a bit more. This is a hotbar. And if I've got something on a hotbar, I don't need to go back into that inventory to find it. Because it's just there. I can click on it and it will give me the thing. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to place these because it can just go off. But if you hold it and then run, it will place it at like the furthest away. Which is great. Right. So I can put that back in there. And we need, if I could find it this time, I had a giant problem where I couldn't find the thing that I wanted. Right, I need an electric mining drill. So that needs iron gear wheels, it needs that, and it needs these circuits. And the circuits get very hard to make. And then we do a little bit of future planning to become the most efficient. Because again, it's one of those games. You want to be the most efficient with like placement and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is probably there. Which means I need to rip up that. Yeah, that way. There we go. And that will start churning things out. And for right this very second, I'm going to put it in a box. Because I'm not ready for where I want to be at this exact second. So I'm going to go... Ooh, I can build another one of these, hopefully. I cannot right now. So I need to get some of this. Can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Put all of that in there. Well, 7 is not a lot. I'm also going to get rid of that, and pick up that bit. If there's stuff on the ground, you can just pick it up. It's helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one of these electric miners, and put it up there. For my copper. Yoink. I do have access for that. So you can just about see that that's different. And it will have a little thing over it. And I want to make another one. Because then we'll have one for copper. for right now, probably there. It's a little bit far away from everything, but... So what I'm doing is forward planning. I mean, again, I'll probably have to rip it up, but basically what you want is you want a space for what we're going to be making, which is this transport belts. Then you want another one, a place for a power line, and then more. So we're going to put that there. Not following my own advice. So put that there. Get rid of that one. Get another 2 boxes. One there. And this will start pumping these resources out like billio. Might as well put that there. So that's already 5, that's 6, you know, it's just rocketing up. And the more you build, the more it will come out, or it'll be wonderful and lovely. So we need more plate. How are you doing? You're okay. Oh, that was my... I was just like, why is that icon? I was confused as what I was. Put that in there. So you can see the pollution already starting to happen. Also, oh, that's... I see what I've done there, as I've done a silly thing. As I put that too close to that resource. Bad alligator. There we go. Because when you put it down, you can see that kind of blue outline. I know, but I'm just trying to get rid of the box. How do I put it back? Yeah, this blue outline is the catchment radius, and because it was just going to the iron ore, it was getting some of that as well, and that's not actually helpful. Right. This is all running reasonably lovely. Let's see how much we've got in here. Well, that's just been ticking up, hasn't it? And I'm going to run back here. And there's a very good reason for this, is because the coal that's in here will run out. Which is why we really need to get our transport belts going. Right, I'm just now thinking about future plans, because basically what we want to start doing is getting this... We want to start automating, right? Because at the minute we're just shuttling things backwards and forwards, and like these things are running out of iron, ore and coal, and I have to start like picking it up and taking it out, and that's just, you know, that's just annoying. Take all of it! Take everything! So yeah, I think the maximum thing in there thing is 50. And I think it's 100 in here, which is why that wasn't doing anything. And I've got 100 of that. That was just taking away all the little lonesome. Yoink! Yeah, I think the maximum is 50. Yeah, so this is inefficient. So we want if we wanted to put it on a belt, then it would be transported to where we want it. These are our lovely belts. And this will put it directly on the belt through that little triangle, and it will just start spewing out. And that's why I was forward planning, because then I can put one on this side and one on that side. Whee! That makes you run fast. Right. So, future planning. Toggle to my map. Oh, we can go south. We can go all of the south. Okay. All of the south it is. So basically what I want to be making is kind of little arrays of like processing. I'm going to get rid of you because you're in my way. You're in the way of progress. So basically this is going to come down and it's going to go through these, which are inserters. It's going to be picked off the line and be put directly into these stone furnaces. To the point where I'm going to make 5 of those. But the most logical thing to do right now is not to be doing this. The most logical thing to do is get coal back to... this. But that's going to cross a line. And maybe we could go all the way there, but that's a long way down there. Yeah, we'll go all the way there. It's a little bit annoying, because like we have to get a conveyor belt all the way from here down. But that was a lot of coal. Yoink! That's just going to give me some more iron belty belts, which I will pick up, and I go put there. Right. What do I want to do? It's probably that way, that way, that way. That's the most logical design. Oh! I didn't turn. Just silly of me. Excuse me, in the way of progress. You are also in the way of progress. That's a little annoying. Just give it that right there. Probably even another one. Just because I want to get this going. Dink, dink. So as you can see, the game is already massively speeding up. Like, what has it been? 30 minutes and we're already like here into automation. We're already at steam power. We're already, you know, got conveyor belts and stuff like that. You know, the game is ticking on. You run faster on conveyor belts, unsurprisingly. Probably go that way and then down there, probably through that bit of... Oh, autosave! It does that just so you don't lose everything. I want to go as close as the tree line as possible. So straight through there, straight down there, do a little hard left, straight into there. What I will also make is a... So basically it's going to come all the way down here. You might as well build the end of it. And then be taken off there, put straight into there. I've also just realised that I didn't put a box in front of my burner inserter for my iron. So that hasn't been running at all. I was a fool. I'm so used to going into the inventory that I haven't been taking out my like direct. My hotbar. Dink, dink, dink. And I have 70. 70, yeah. Make one of them. Oh, I need to make that. It's a good thing it hasn't been built. Want one of them. That's probably a bit too much, but we like a little bit of overkill here. Yeah, I want to work backwards just so I know where I'm going. So it's going to come straight down here, and then it's going to connect into there. It used to turn, and I'm not used to that. There we go. I mean, of course I have to connect it this way, but... Oh! I'm so close. Just so far. Yeah, so what I did there is I made a burner insert instead of an inserter. There's a big difference between these things. One of them runs off electricity. One of them runs off coal. Run over here. Get all that. Run back over here. Put it in here. Da 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 da. Oop. Nope. I made a stone. Which will we can make at some point, but it's not what I wanted. Okay, that should be enough. If not, I will murder something. Oh yes, if you're running along a thing like this and you want the resource, you can press F and it will just pick it all up. Right, wonderful. Now what that will do is come all the way down here, come into here, come all the way down to here. Which is lovely. Right, I'm going to get that burner inserter and put it right here. So the reason I made that a burner inserter and not an electrical one is because if this thing ever, like, we were using too much power and it didn't have enough power, then it would actually stop putting coal into this to make more power. With this system there is always going to be coal here. At least until the electricity completely cuts out. So if it gives it time. So it needs a little one just to get started. And for some reason that's not working. It might be on the wrong side. I'm confused about that. What I might do is do my old little tricky trick. It might just be on the wrong side. I'm not entirely sure why that's not working. That should be working. Maybe I put it in the wrong place? Ah, there it goes. It just wasn't run out enough. Okay. Never mind, continue about your business. I was just very confused. So we'll just put 50 in there and this can just tick away. And just run. So that is just now a fully automated thing. So that will put the coal in there and put the steam engine enough for it to run on its own. So we don't need to worry about that. anymore. That will just do its thing. As long as we don't overload the system, we'll be perfectly fine. And you can click on a power line and it will tell you exactly what's happening. So this is what we're consuming. We're consuming 170 watts, and this is getting out 170 watts. And that's not even dipping into what it can. Like the max output is 90 kilowatts. So we have all the things for everything more. To the point where we can start doubling up. And that will give our things like twice the amount. Get that out of there. Well, that was mean. I think that's right next to that. But that is now 20. What I will do is, because I just don't have the iron right now, is I will just make an inserter and put it into a box. Or I can just go yoink, 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 and just put it straight into a box on either side. But look how fast that is now going. That's 6, that's 8, 10. Just going, it's just going. Let's take everything out of here. That was 60 plate. Put 50 in there. 50 in there. 50 in there. Put a little bit more coal in. Put a little bit more coal in. Put a little bit more coal in. Go look at our copper situation. Yoink all the copper out of there. Ooh, that was a lot of copper. And we're going to melt some more transport belt. Because what I want is I want to get this start to like get iron, like iron ore out. Aha! We've run into a problem. Because we put this here, it will just run into this and get carried along, which is nothing we don't want. Which is why we need to start going into research. We need this, which is logistics, which will give us underground belt, so we can go straight underneath. It will also give us splitters. So we actually need to be working towards that. For that, we need a lab, which will need 36 plate and 15 iron plate. Should be able to get reasonably quickly. What I might do is I might build a you already have some. So to say, I could build a couple more of those, but we already have them. Yoink. Yoink. 50 in there. 50 in there. Bosh, 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 bosh. Ah, we can make one of these. Excellent. And this is a lab, and this is how you get that science and how you can progress through, like, the science tree. Through the research tree, even. All of this noise. So, and what we need to put that to get that science, which needs, which we want. Oh, we don't want that one. We want logistics. Is we need 20 little 20 there, 20 of these, which are these automation science packs. And to make those, we need to press the right button, which is E, and go into here, and we can make 19 of those right now, actually, which is grand. We only need one more after all of that is built, and that just needed a copper plate and an iron gear wheel, which doesn't really sound like a, like, it says science pack, but it looks like a potions bottle from like Harry Potter, or like an evil person's lab. Kind of one and the same. And those just sit in here. And you have to tell it what to do. So you have to press the right thing, press that research, and that will kick up. You can see it going, and it will use those science packs to basically research this. And as these start coming in, we can put them all in. But basically, it won't stop if they're it will stop if they're not in there, but it won't lose the progress. So if you do get like a massive blackout or something, you know, or you're changing up your factory, if you're building science and you just want to put it on hold, that's perfectly a thing you can do. But I think we'll leave it there. We have done quite a bit today. We have got to a point where we're 14, 15. I don't know how many we actually need, so I'm going to make just a couple more. I think we got to 19. Take everything out of there. Ooh, is this done? Yoink, yoink, yoink. 78 play. Ooh. Noise, 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 noise. And we're done over here as well. Yeah, we are chugging along. So we might as well make 2 of those. Just to make 100% sure. And if we look at our texture, we're 50% there. And by the time we come back for the next episode, we will have completed logistics. Because we're going to leave it there. We are, you know, with editing, a good 40 minutes into this. And I think 40 minutes is about a good time. Let me know if you want these episodes longer or shorter. They could be possibly an hour. Or maybe half an hour, depending on what you think. But we're going to leave it there. We've done a lot today. We've got to, you know, a point where we have like steam power, and we have electric power going to our things, and we are on our way to proper automation. You know, this has been running, and what have we got there? We've got 100, like 150 odd of that. We've got all of this being made. We've got, what have we got in here? Even though we just took that out, nearly 100 of that, and it's just ticking on. We are ticking on. We're getting there. So, we'll leave it there. So until next time, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, this is Alligator. So see you later, Alligator, in a wild crocodile. Laters!